Okay. And we're good to go. All right, guys. Let's see. We're going to give it. I'll need to send out the tweet as well. While I do that, man, buddy, it's been what, months now? I want to say.
Dude, it's been a long time, man. Super crazy long, like 6 months, maybe. You know,
Has it really
maybe,
been already?
maybe four, maybe four.
No, I think you're actually right. I think you are pushing about that 6 month period.
Dude, I just been digging in, like becoming a dev myself, learning how to code SUI and Rust and all. I mean, I have a background kind of in coding, but it's old school, So I'm just working on all that right now, just to do some really unique things, like in the future, not for necessarily DeFi, but for some real utility for like where the world's going, like what we're seeing, right?
Right.
What we're talking about, like what's happening tomorrow, it's going to be it's gonna be big, the summit, and
That is
then
tomorrow. I've totally forgot all about that.
get your bags ready, dude, because
That's
if
right.
you're get some stuff ready to sell if you want. They're gonna 2 and 3x. I mean, and they'll go up more. I think a lot of these anything that's getting put in that strategic reserve is just gonna be
Yeah.
yeah.
Whenever I saw that, me personally, I was like, I mean, I kind of understand a little bit like XRP. They've been saying it forever, but it's like it's in my opinion, XRP is just old tech now. I understand Solana. Like, okay, I understand that one. ADA, that one just confused the hell out of me. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
I didn't see that coming.
Me neither.
I mean, I was never big on Cardano. A lot of people were, I mean, I never was, but the one of the first tokens I ever owned and was at like 18 cents was XRP, and it was just because the banking relations, right? Like what could be because they have
Mm-hmm.
those ISO codes, which means they have like 50 banking relations and World Economic Forum. I didn't want anything to do with them because I thought they were going to have to interact with CBDCs, right? Which they
Yep.
might, but now they have their own um, RL stablecoin, Ripple Labs USD. So
Yep.
that changed everything from my perspective, looking at them like that. So they're just going to replace Swift, man. And XRP is just going to be this thing that just sends shit all over the freaking globe. And it's just going to replace it. And I mean, like, even like, I think 2 years ago in, I think Australia, they were giving reward points on MasterCard in XRP, so that was 2 years ago. And so, that ledger can be updated, the XRPL, so, but yeah, I understand. It's like not what we stand for in DeFi, right? It's like kind of
Yeah.
like deep state shit, so, but if it pays the greenbacks, then fuck.
That's true though. That's true.
Yeah, so whatever.
Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I want to see Pulse Chain, not
Yeah.
tomorrow. I mean, anything's possible, but I want to see Pulse Chain get listed everywhere already. Like, I've been in Hex since day. Oh man, I want to say like the day 11. I was in Hex, and I got in really early. I had some stakes. I did my own, little strategy. I cashed out like 400x, right, which was good.
Yeah,
But I have always been the type of person where I always hold on X amount of coins. I don't sell everything. I always hold on to some sort of tokens just in case something that Hex did, right? Well, Hex went up so much and I just kept selling, 5%, 10%, 20%, 10%, 10%, 10%. By the time I was at 400x, like I just had no coins left. I'm like, dang. And I had like very little tiny crumbs left by the time it did that massive, even more X's that I could have had. So I was like, I was bummed out. But 400x, in my opinion, that's still really good, man. I can't really complain about that.
I mean, man, you compare that to like the stock market, and it's like
Bro.
people wait their whole life, their 401k goes up like 20 G's over 50 years, and they got so yeah. I mean, one of my buddies, dude, is Hex OG day one, and he's held every single bit of that shit and watched it go from like 10 million to 500 grand after the SEC, and now it's on the way back up, you know. So I'm stoked that I think Uniswap listing him back, right, for him, you know.
Well, yeah, I've been seeing some
them.
craziness going on about MEX exchange. I think
Yeah,
it
I
is.
mean, what's your opinion on that? I don't really know. I mean, I see it all the time, but I don't use it or
They're just
whatever.
asking for more money. I think it's like 100 grand, 100 and some grand to be able to list them.
Yeah, I mean, Coinbase wants like 5 Gs when I listed Lotus. I wasn't gonna do it for eating because I didn't see the point, but or 𝗨𝗹𝘁𝗀, but Coin Market Cap's like, you know, like $1,500 or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, do they have the I was just trying to sign in to see the comments, man. It sucks I can't see anybody's comments. That's all right. Yeah, I don't know. I never use it. I don't like central exchanges, man. I mean, I get on them and get off them like immediately. You know, if when I'm on board, like wire some money to Coinbase or something, then out, dude, do cold wallets. Done.
Yeah, exactly what I do too. Yeah, I don't hold
Yeah.
any of my shit on them.
No.
Hell nah.
So Ripple's going to get dropped probably last. I mean, everything's getting dropped from the SEC. It's amazing, actually. I mean, honestly, I was concerned for, you know, the Pulse Chain ecosystem not to survive, but to survive without Richard Hart, just because, you know, the sacrifices, right? You know, and so that was my concern. But I mean, shit, they dropped it, dude. And I was like, oh my God, that's really good news if they're dropping that, you know.
Exactly. And now even he is pushing for, you know, exchanges and all over the place to be able to list it, to list Hex and all that. So that
he's
means
got the money to pay.
Oh yeah.
Look that out there then, yeah.
That's baby chump. That's chump change.
Yeah, for him.
Yeah, for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of stuff going on with those Interpol warrants. I don't know, you know, that's probably a lot of political BS tied in with some of those charges and whatnot. And people don't want him to succeed, but
for sure
he will. People like him do, you know, he has.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
there's haters everywhere, man. You and I know it.
That's for sure. You know,
it don't matter. It don't matter what you do, how much good you do. It's good. They're gonna find some little shit to just say.
Dude, I know. It's like that really sucked, and it really sucked about Lotus with that bug, man. It's just like, man, just get everything right.
Can you explain a little bit more on about that bug?
Yeah, sure. I mean, so it was in the staking protocol payout where it didn't give the percentage of shares that it should have paid out to the people that staked. It was like it had locked up. I think like at the time it was like 1.2 billion Titan, no 1.2 trillion Titan X. But I put 600,000 Titan X into the Eden so people could do that migrator, you know, and switch it over.
Right.
And then what we did was we had Eden, and when we created Eden, this was a good idea on the devs part. Like kudos to that, and Steve DeFi helped. We all were like, all right, what can we do about this to get this Titan X locked up into another protocol and airdrop the people the same token to stake Eden and do that migration 1-to-1. So that's what happened, you know. And I was like, I just thought that morning, that people. I was like, nah. I was like, that didn't happen. I was like, people just came in and diluted it. But then we looked at it and we're like, oh damn. Both auditors missed it, you know, and the guys that are good devs, they built pretty much 90% of everything in the ecosystem, just made a mistake. And so we basically remedied it with building a new protocol, putting $200,000 of Titan X in each pool, you know, to start it out, preload the pools, and airdropped. So there was it's liquidity bonding wallets or whatever that we had with that.
Yeah.
So basically, the people that staked, I gave them from that wallet. It was like 6.3 million tokens. Gave them. They qualified for the airdrop. We had an audited smart contract airdrop. Drop them their stuff so they could come into Eden and just immediately do that migration 1-to-1 ratio and just stake, you know. And so that's what we did there. And man, it ended up paying out actually more than Lotus ever would with all the payouts because because we have participation in addition to what was being migrated over from those pools, but still some got locked up. I think it was like I think there's like 600 billion that is locked up, Titan X and Lotus, that'll never get out. But yeah, but it ended up paying out more, and a lot of people, they made more in Eden on rewards than they made in any other protocol if you're staking, right?
Yeah.
You know, so that's one thing, you got to use the protocol for. You got to use all the elements in the protocol, right? If it's just depending on what it is. I mean, if it's a mining and staking protocol, if you're in and out at the beginning, that's one thing. But you know, you gotta. I think it's getting clear now that like how when you have a staking protocol, you need to stake to get the rewards, and if you don't, if you're just waiting on a price, like let's just compare it and not to like a longer staking protocols like Hex or something, right? People have this patience where they wait forever. It doesn't matter what the token does, but you know, and that's okay. Or you know, maybe Dragon X or what have you, whatever else is in Titan X's are longer staking terms. But mine were like, you know, 8 days, 28 days, 48 days payouts, you know, and stuff like that. And basically that in perspective, it's the same difference, right? So if you have this long payout periods where you don't get paid for like a year on one or a year and a half, and then the token will probably do the same thing that some of these other ones. Once the utility's gone, once the utility's gone, you have to create more utility with another protocol. Once the staking pools are gone and then the mining is finished, then you just have your token, and it depends on the adoption. And so what I just did was shorten the length is what I thought I would want as a user, and it worked out pretty well. Besides that bug in Lotus, but we fixed it with Eden. But that was a tough one to come back from. That was a rough time. I was not happy about that. Oh, nobody else was either.
Yeah, I figured that it was gonna be pretty rough on your end. That's still kind of crazy. It sucks that it did happen, but yeah, I find it crazy how both auditors didn't miss it. But shit happens, yo. At least you still did the right thing and did that airdrop. So I thought it was a great fucking thing for you. You didn't have to do that, but you know, you thought it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, I would never fucking walk away that much, you know, just like be like, smart contract, that's your risk. Nah, that's not how I do things, man. So, but I was grateful that we all, I mean, some smart people came together, and so let's fix this in a way that without like just screwing over, you know, the whole situation. So I was pretty happy about that, you know. So, and Lotus, I mean, what is this? Are these Lotus miners or Eden or something?
Yeah, right, it's Lotus. This is one of my dummy wallets that I used for YouTube content. I think I spent 550 USD on this, if I remember correctly. But at that time, Titan X was much higher, though.
Yeah,
way higher.
Yeah.
So it says the value is at $75. So 27,000 Lotus.
Yeah, I mean, it's down.
Oh, that's the bonus. Estimated Lotus is 150,000.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the thing, you know, like with the miners, when I did Titan X, you know, I really learned from Zen because I just maxed mine Zen everything, and it was like a disaster. And I'm like, well, then when we did Titan X, it's like, it's really important to do like a mining ladder to get some of your tokens out, you know, get some of your initial investment out, whatever you need to do, stake it, put it in for the short term. Yeah, but long term, you know, it's a risk, but you know, so Eden and Lotus are kind of like the same thing, right? And I split 7% to each, you know, protocol of the Ethereum that comes into Shaolin, just as kind of a head nod to both of them a little bit. But I really just wanted to do it for Eden because they're the same thing. And when the next use case comes out for Eden, which I will build something for Eden, it won't be for Lotus because it had a bug. You know, people are gonna have to migrate over, and then we'll make a use case for it for the miners that come out. You know, and if Titan X is paired with Titan X, so if Titan X goes up in the bull run, whenever that peak is, whether it's October, right, or whether it carries into the next year because of regulations, you know, then it will go up. You know, just like everything goes up and down with it right now with everything else in the world with Ethereum or Titan X or Bitcoin and all that crap. So
yeah, talking about that, what do you think about Ethereum? What the fuck is going on with it?
I don't know, man. I just think that it's old tech.
That is true.
I think the liquidity's there, but so for instance, we launched Shaolin. It was a good day, right? We thought, right, to launch Shaolin on that Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Trump launched his meme coin, which did amazing, right? And then Melania. But
Yeah.
everybody was bridging, to try to get over to Solana. You couldn't even get over there. And that was so that happened on a Friday or Saturday when they launched. We launched on a Saturday. And then you know what Gwei was to make miners on the Sunday, the next day was like
it when
700. Gwei was 700.
Yeah, I remember that was like 777 or something like that.
Yes. Yes, I was like, oh my God, so that was like that was not a good start to that, even though, things turned around and we've had some good payouts and whatnot and stuff like that. But that Ethereum, dude, I don't know. I mean, I think it's got a massive amount of liquidity, but the other blockchains that are coming out right now they're just so far beyond, I don't think Solana has the protocols anywhere near the complexity of the DeFi protocols that are created on ETH, right?
Yeah,
Or Pulse Chain.
and even Pulse Chain has been running freaking smooth, yo. It hasn't had any issues. Solana has been breaking apart. I think it's been a minute since it broke apart, but I know it's had like a few hiccups not too long ago.
Yeah, they did something because, I mean, they're trying to implement new technologies with Google. They tried to implement this new some Google AI thing in there, and that caused it to mess up because there was a bug in the Google thing or whatever. So they're trying to make it the best. I don't think Solana long term is going to be the best. I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't think so at all. I mean, I think, and this isn't like an endorsement or anything, but Sui is really impressive. I know some people don't like the people where it came from, but they had this thing where it's like object oriented. So you can own, it's like actually the realest form of self-custody where your assets are outside of the smart contract. It's really crazy. So it doesn't clog up the chain with all this data stored in the blocks. It's very interesting technology, man. It's without a doubt one of the most advanced one that's ever come out right now.
If that's the case, I didn't even know that. Like Sui, I've gotten my feet wet on it. I'm not gonna say I've dig deep into it, but if what you're saying, of course it is true. But then I wonder why Zen hasn't launched on Sui.
I don't know, man. That's a good question.
That would be a very interesting one to see what it does.
It might be something to do with Mist and Labs, right? Because there was some shit surrounding those guys, I guess, right? Who were behind it. But I mean, I've been paying attention to this, man, and it's really interesting. They used the core move, and they adapted that language, that coding language, and it's really impressive, and it's object based, and you can look into that, and so it separates your risk from being part of the smart contract that you're involved in. And you pull your assets off and it can scale differently and all kinds of stuff. It's amazing. It'll probably do. And it's a first cycle token right now too, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think if it was at like 370 and now it's at like 250, 60, 70, I don't know, $2,
or
whatever. 50.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's something that in a bull run, the first cycle, because it's already surpassed base a couple times in volume, like out of nowhere, nowhere near Solana, obviously, and ETH, but I mean, they're pretty impressive and they seem pretty cool. And, but I don't know, how that goes, man. It all needs adoption to get there, but they just got announced as being part of whatever one of these, this World Liberty, one of these like ETF type deals.
I did see that.
Yeah, they're going to be part of that. I was shocked.
Wow.
I was shocked to see that actually myself. Yeah.
That's nice. I have a few more that I'm watching too that are L1s in my system. I already let my private members know which ones they are. But I think the biggest one that everybody knows is of course, Sonic, right? That Sonic one is the one that's going pretty crazy right now, left and right. I'm gonna just go ahead and mention it. I don't know if you heard about Supra.
No.
Supra's seems pretty crazy as well. I think how much is it? 150,000 transactions per second, I think.
Oh, wow.
Something like that. Yeah. And it's at 1 cent, if I remember correctly.
Huh. Yes, I mean, that's like a no-brainer almost right there. I mean, if it's on, is it ranking on DeFi Llama anywhere in the like top 20 or anything
And
like that?
the crazy part is that it hasn't even gotten any dApps out yet. There's no dApps. There's no swap yet. It's fresh. It's still freaking new. So it could be
Interesting.
something.
Yeah, I mean, I like new chains. I want to see what X1 does, like
Yeah,
Jack's
for real.
Levin's got to be seeing all this stuff and going, do I need to change this or need to change that? Because
Is it still a fork from Phantom?
I don't know. I
Because
don't really
I don't
don't know.
remember he wanted to fork Phantom or Solana or something. He kept changing back and forth.
Yeah, that was kind of iffy. That's why I'm not really big I like Zen's concept, but I don't hold Zen. I mean, cost me a lot of I mined the shit out of Zenturions and then
Pulse Chain
sold them.
Zen for me is the one that's making me money.
Yeah,
I went
yeah.
crazy hard into Pulse Chain Zen. I think it costed me about 50 cents to mint a full Zenturion. And whenever it did that little pump, it was worth like $10 a pop. Now the prices went down a little bit on the Pulse Chain Zen. Now they're worth each like $3, something like that. And all of mine have started to unlock. I think it was like December or November, and I've been claiming like 20 Zenturions and batch mints on CoinTool every day, and I'm set for the next like 400 some days.
That's awesome because going into the cycle too, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, see, that's what the thing is. I was concerned about. I had a shit ton of them, man, and they were on ETH, and they were
Mm.
like $2,300 to $2,800 a mint as Centurion, and we were
Yep.
started thinking about gas, like to claim them because we were looking at gas to claim them, and we didn't know if X1 was coming or not, or what are we going to do with these things, and so I ended up just selling mine on Blur for
Oh yeah.
nothing. And then I put all of that back into Solana and it went up to like 220. And I was like, boom, settled, squared away on that. And I got lucky as shit on that.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. But I mean, I like Zen. I think it's cool. But it's just, that's cool
Certain.
how he went everywhere. He went OFT before OFTs were even layer zero. I mean, they're not OFTs, but, he went every chain before, that was the thing pretty much.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it has its pros and cons, just like I guess any protocol in general, any project
Yeah.
out there. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
say both good and bad things about anything.
Yeah, man, DeFi is going to survive hard, but like the real use cases and what Titan X needs in the community too, and even what I build is utility, like some kind of like badass utility,
Sustainable
like
utility.
yeah, like stuff that's gonna like render, for instance, on Solana. Like that's an incredible, the vision behind that with it has to do with motion picture, light box technology. I don't know if you ever heard of any of that stuff, where it's
Mm-mm.
like it's about augmented reality. You know what I'm talking about, where they put the glasses on, and I mean
Right.
I'm into some of that, but this is next level. Like they have these things that you would put in your house, and they're like little square boxes on your walls in your media room, what have you, and you sit in this thing and you put on the glasses or you don't. I don't remember. I was watching something and you're completely engulfed in the scene. So imagine just sitting on a bench outside a saloon at like a Western in the 1800s, and the freaking horses are just walking around you. And I mean, it's like the same people with Star Wars that are, supporting this. So that's going to be something that's just going to be incredible. And I think maybe that's like a 2021 or 2022 token. So, and it went down too. It was like 370 and it went back down, but they're still all in the green, and Sui barely touched the green. And Sui's got Deep Book. You heard of Deep Book on Sui? Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
So they're trying to bridge Web 2 and Web 3, like to make it easier for people who don't want to deal with like all these C phrases and everything else that we do. And so DeepBook is like a Web 2 bridge to Web 3 where you can just have a username and password for your wallets and all kinds of stuff. So you're going to start to see like a lot of use cases open up, I think, with some of this SUI stuff. But
that's cool.
That's what we need,
it
for
would
major
boost a lot of users, like interactions, new everything. Nice.
Yeah, they're going to be in Dubai. I think it's like in a couple of weeks or something in some big forum.
Damn.
Get my plane ready, man. Gonna head out,
right? Shit. Have you seen the tokens on Pulse Chain? The ones that are actually like trending really good right now? 𝗵𝗹𝗻 and 𝗦𝗲𝗀 and all them?
No, I haven't even looked. I've just been digging into this coding stuff I've been working on so much, man. Yeah.
I feel like somebody should make something like that under the 𝗨𝗨𝗃 ecosystem of some sort. Shoot, even you. Who cares?
Remember, huh?
Yeah, that it's doing some crazy good passive income. Let's see. Remember, if I can freaking spell. It's doing really, really good. Is it this one? Yeah, remember.
Pulse Chain's back.
Pulse Chain is definitely back. I think it's this one. It's doing some like insane returns. I need to see the caption of it though. I don't know what these symbols are. What the hell? Oh, it's because I'm on Gecko Terminal. I don't know if yours is having the same issues as mine. Deck Screener for me lately has been just hitting the bed.
Really?
Yeah. It does not want to work on me. It might be the browser. I'm not 100% sure, but I know for a fact this does not want to work for me at all.
Remember. Paired with Pulse?
Yeah, it's paired with Pulse.
Is that the name, just the full name of the token? Remember that long, or is it like REM or something like that?
No, it's remember. I think it has like an emoji or something like that on it.
Like of a dude with a freaking
masks.
Yeah, like a fighting mask or whatever.
Yep.
No one will remember your name.
Yep.
Well, that one's only got 43K liquidity. Let me see.
It has like a white masks.
He's got like an iron nose going. It's pretty wild. That's all over the place. Wow. And it's got like a Brad Pitt thing on there. That's what that looks like. That might not be it. You would probably remember that one.
No. Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Oh, my next screen works.
It's got the.
There we go.
It's got my little dude's mask. The
anonymous. It's this one right here. It's low key a sleeper, man. Like this one has 155K liquidity, not bad. But what it's doing is I'm literally getting, some days I'm getting 9% payouts a day of Pulse Chain payouts. Every 30 minutes you're getting PLS.
So you're like staking this thing?
No, you're just holding it in your wallet. You don't got to stake it. You don't got nothing. You just got to buy it. There's no tax. You don't got to put in 10% slippage fee, nothing like that on PulseX. Just buy and hold.
See, that's nice. That's like that time dividend token from the Internet Money Wallet. You hold any of that? Would they, you know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
So Internet Money Wallet is that dude KG that made a wallet for Pulse Chain. And yeah, so they have a few tokens that came with it, and one was called Time. And it's just a dividend token, and it burns hex too. Every time you use an Internet Money Wallet.
I knew it was from the Time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I used to have a shit ton of that, dude. And I regret selling it like crazy because it went up really nicely. Yeah. So I mean, I'm happy for everybody that's on Pulse Chain that's just been through so much. The people that held, holy shit. I mean, a lot of people didn't think that was coming back because of the government,
Oh yeah, I remember that. And then people are also like the comment said 𝗦𝗲𝗀, bro, this one's doing great as well, bro. This is so freaking good. It earns you Finvesta. That's another one that pays out. And they burned 95.55% of the total supply.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's good to see builders coming on Pulse Chain now hard. You know,
and I
they
feel
just
like
been waiting.
I feel like Titan X should have some sort of this like paired, I guess, and then it pays out protocols. I don't know, some shit like that, because this right now is doing really good. I wake up with a couple $100 in my wallet just for free.
Wow.
Yeah.
And which one is that? Missouri?
Yeah, Mizor.
Make a note of that.
Missor. There's actually a new one that just came out 11 hours. No, it might be a little more than that. I have it open on my phone right now. It's mnemonic. Which one is it? Yeah, it's this one. It went up 120K%. It's literally fresh. But this one earns remember, and then remember earns PLS.
Do these dudes, do they go live on streams and stuff, or they just drop tokens and you guys see them or whatever?
I'm not sure if they go live stream or not.
Yeah.
I would hope so. But it's the same one. I think it's like OG Chef, something like that. Web Chef. He's really well known, apparently. I've only heard him since just now recently, but yeah, I think I might hold off on this one though until it cools off, because this is straight up. I don't know.
Straight back down sometimes. But yeah, I mean, 𝗂𝗲𝗙 likes Missouri a lot. Somehow, yeah, he's a big Pulse Chain guy. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, the comment section, the Telegram chats are also talking all about Missouri.
When you hear about this stuff, what telegrams are you in that talk about them for Pulse Chain tokens?
There's a specific chat room that I'm in. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention it or not.
Gotcha. Never mind.
Yeah. But they're the ones that told me about it, and I held off on it too. Believe it or not, the remember token, I was supposed to be in way over here since November. And I was like, nah, nothing's going to happen, so on and so forth. And then just craziness. 2-3 months later, I could have been sat making thousands of dollars. People are literally making thousands of dollars of Pulse Chain tokens a day. And the price can't really dump because they're getting payouts of Pulse Chain, not the token, remember?
Yeah, that's how it should be. The native gas token. Yep. Yeah. That's important, man. Getting the pairing with a native gas token or whatever, that's kind of my opinion about some of this. That's pretty solid.
Huge. Oh, there we go. 𝗵𝗵𝗶. I knew, yeah, 𝗵𝗵𝗶. He goes on stream and he's the OG Web Chef team. Oh, that's good to know. Thank you. I'm about to go follow him now.
𝗵𝗶𝗶.
𝗵𝗵𝗶.
Yeah, dude, we burned Shaolin supply to nothing almost, man. I mean, there's like 844,000 tokens.
Dang.
Yeah. We burned way more. I mean, the buying literally because the liquidity wallet, right? I did the same thing for liquidity wallet that I did for Lotus and Eden, and Steve did for Vault too, right? And so, but if you don't, and that was just for if there was just going to be this massive run up, like Lotus was just insane, right, at launch, and everything. And
right.
Dude, before that bug happened, and before I could just, before we could figure out what was going on, everybody, panic sold, and which is fine. But
right.
Dude, I had like 14 million in liquidity to add in the next day after the 8-day payout, dude. Just straight up. Yeah. I was like, fuck, just wait a second, and it was just that one little staking bug, and I was like, man. So, but what we did here, it was good to have those so we could, do the airdrop, and then we burned them on Lotus, and that's pretty, I love that page right there. So
this is sick.
Yeah. But, yeah, so I was thinking about it, and, because, in a market cap, when there's so many tokens out there, it's just, the market cap doesn't really mean a whole lot, right? If the liquidity is not super thick with it. I mean,
Right.
so I was like, let's just burn all the 𝗨𝗹𝘁𝗀 tokens in this liquidity wallet and just keep the 4% of it. I lowered it. It's 4% ETH that we put in, you know. So we burned the shit out of them, dude, and it was a really good move, you know. So there's not even any supply coming out after today till like the 21st, or 21 days from now. Yeah, I've got some. See, all these are paid out, man. I mean, I've got I'll show you this. Can I share my screen? Is that
Yeah,
possible?
definitely. You should be
All right,
able to.
let me show you, dude. I got some. I'm a little rusty. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's see here. Lotus Eden numbers. Yeah, this is kind of okay.
There you go.
Okay, cool. All right, let's see if I can make it a little bigger. Yeah, so this is just like some of the numbers because people are coming in my telegrams. Oh, your token, this is dead. I'm like, but dude, you can't look at the price of the token on this. I mean, so on the left, these were the payouts that just these were like the beginning payouts of Eden, you know, on the top 4 squares right there. You know how much came in, and it's little. If you go to the right, I don't know if my cursor that you know had a 500 grand buy and burn. But you know, look at the buy and burn for Lotus was $3 million that people still got. All that shit functioned fine, you know, in Lotus too. And if you go down a little bit underneath those 4 squares on the left, you know, these balloon rewards were just massive, and the payouts, like, they cycled over because we were able to like pull almost all of the Titan X that was locked up into Eden. But if you scroll to the right a little bit, it's kind of a big PDF on your screen. Maybe you can do it, or maybe I can do it actually. Sorry.
Yeah, you should be able to do it.
Yeah. I mean, look at these payouts, you know, like from the balloon rewards, you know, went to one person, and these aren't even all of them, you know. So this is pretty sick, you know. People got paid out massive if they were strategic with the protocol. You know, and this is it right now. I mean, we had like a little pull, but let me see here. Let me stop the screen and sorry, dude. One sec.
You good, you good.
All right. Dex, where you at?
And that was randomized, right?
What's that?
The winner, the blue.
Oh, totally, yeah. It was through VRF chain link, VRF chain link configuration. So yeah, I mean, basically, people, you know, gamed it a little bit like you should, right? Because multiple wallets to qualify, and so that's what we did with Shaolin too, because the Lambo reward, which is kind of funny, right? The Lambo reward, because we were just joking about it in the Telegram for the next protocol, but 4% of the Ethereum on day 88 is going to go to 5 users split. And if you've mined the equivalent of like 3 max miners or whatever, which is our contest, then you get into that, and you know, you have an option to, you know, you can win. I don't know. I mean, but it takes participation to get it up to those levels. But you know, we were up here, and there's no more supply coming out for people to sell. We just had a like 0.25 Bitcoin payout for the miners. So it's kind of cool, right? Because we're mining something that's a virtually mined token with Shaolin, and you know, like with Bitcoin is mined with electricity, right? But we're paying Bitcoin for virtually mining, so it gives an incentive for miners, and it also gives, you know, the stakers, you know, they get, you know, so the miners can get paid in Bitcoin or wrap Bitcoin, and the stakers can get paid in ETH and, you know, whatever. So it's in every 8 and 16 days. So we had like about on the first 28 day, you know, it goes in 28-day cycles for the wrap Bitcoin, but we had like a $20,000 payout that go out to, you know, people, a 20.25 of a Bitcoin, you know. And then our 8-day payout for stakers and our 16-day payout, like last week, was like 16 grand, you know, just for that, you know. And so, yeah, but I mean, people need to understand that, you know, these protocols, the life of them is the mining cycle, you know, and they need to be strategic and have a strategy, you know, and that's something that I've just kind of learned from everybody else, not really myself, you know, by like watching, you know, the rest of the group and the ecosystem when you enter these protocols. But so basically we got our market cap down to 160. It was like $3 million, you know, or whatever, but that was just phantom liquidity, really. because I mean those are just shit tons of inflated tokens. So I just said let's just get them off the table now. And then so that was like the liquidity was at like 100, or whatever, then it went back to it, people sold off, which is fine. You need to take profits. But now we're just, I mean, yeah, so it's pretty cool. So I mean, I don't ever give financial advice, but I just like to say what I did with Titan-X, and that was mining ladders, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way to go. Because if you just max mine, it's just, that's just, it's just, if you max mine without doing anything else, max mine maybe, and then buy on market, right? When it goes down and you can get into those staking pools. I mean, there's a lot of good strategies and a lot of good game theory, but it doesn't guarantee any ROI just to say that for the hell of it, right?
Yep,
So.
that's exactly right. And I'm looking at the chart right now, which I'm gonna switch on over.
Yeah, you can pull me off or whatever.
Right. I'm looking at the chart right now, and well, the daily can't really show me anything, really. Like, there's not enough information. But from the little information that the 4-hour can tell me is this was insane. Like, yeah, definitely. But that RSI is massive. That was way over here. So this was due. This was obvious it was gonna drop down. Right now, though, this is looking really good. This overall is very hyper bullish.
Yeah.
This crossed, that's nice. It bounced and it touched perfectly on the 1334. It's hovering right above it too. So it's bouncing on it, acting as a great support. Honestly, like as of right now, the 4 hours is good, but 16 hours, so 4-hour candles, it could turn bearish, right? But as a trader, for me, looking at this, like a possible scalp. There's liquidity in here that you can do, $1,000, you can do $500, scalp 20% if you want to, or if you want to hold, that's totally up to you. But I'm a trader. I get in and out, trade, hold. I'm everything, swing trade, whatever. If I see a potential to make 20%, I do it. And this right here is telling me, like, there's a sign that, in my opinion, it could look like a parallel move. And it can go up, get rejected a little bit, and retouch the 1334 again, like how it did right here, and start going even higher. But that's only if it holds the 1334, and only if it goes parallel. So, I mean, but so far, it looks pretty solid, pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, if can I share something one more time, and I'll let you go back to yours. I got the Doom chart. I'll show it to you right now.
Yeah.
For the,
show me
just for the viewers, so they don't think that just talking nonsense about that. I just want to show them. So let's see here. Sorry, oh, there it is. All right, sorry. All right, there you go.
Okay.
You want to bring it up?
It says it's already on there.
Yeah, it's down below.
You should be able to control it yourself.
Yeah, I can't click on. There you go. Now it's
there.
up,
It is.
Yes, I mean, we're on day like 30 or something like that, and this is like, like right here. Yes, I mean, this is like the next major supply release is like way over here, dude.
Sorry. Sorry, yo, as soon as I said that technical analysis, this shit just spiked up. Somebody's here is watching and listening. So somebody just got in a pretty good order, a $2,400 purchase. I wonder who it could be.
I don't know, man.
Somebody that's watching, huh?
Yeah.
Definitely didn't make it obvious.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I mean, I just wanted to create a balanced protocol with the mining, and plus Shaolin's an OFT from the get-go, right? So it's not like, and I'm not hating her, so that's not like where we created it something after the fact and are moving it across omni-chain technology. So there's a lot of use cases, and I wouldn't say there's a set roadmap, but there's some things that I want to do, but we need to see how this market plays out before we drop another serious ass protocol, in my opinion.
And in my own personal honest opinion, and you as well as a few others know the backlash that may happen after I say this, and honestly, I'm honest, and if I get bad looks or whatever, I could care less. Okay. In my opinion, that's why you subscribe to me. That's why you come back to my channel and watch my content, because I'm honest and transparent about some things. So if you don't like what I say, just walk away. Okay. Like, I'm not going to say it's going to do 100x tomorrow. I'm not going to say buy now and do 1,000x next week. Okay. Whenever I think it's going to pull down, I tell them how it is. I personally and honestly think that your protocol has good odds of it at least doing its own thing, simply because of how it's working around with one TinyX, okay, and ETH. ETH is falling behind. Like, we both, well, everybody knows what's going on with ETH. We all see it. It's trash right now. But yours has that double leeway. ETH pumps, yours does good as well. TinyX pumps, yours does good as well. If they both pump, that would be freaking amazing in a perfect world.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice. I mean, ETH will come around eventually. I mean, I wouldn't bet against it, right? I mean, I wouldn't bet against it not getting above 5K in a bull run. I just couldn't imagine that, but I guess anything's possible with the regulations. But I mean, according, you saw probably Eric Trump's tweet talking about, hey, we love BTC and ETH too. That's kind of like a head nod. And Vitalik's going to be at the freaking thing tomorrow. I mean,
Trump has like $500 million worth of ETH right now, something like that. Yeah, he has a lot of Ethereum. So while everybody was crying and bitching and all that, excuse my French, he was actually buying at $2,000.
Yeah, and the market's back up over 3 trillion too.
Oh, is it? Good.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've heard today from this dude I follow, the digital asset investor or whatever. He's a smart cat. Yeah, but the life of the protocol, the tokens can only be mined for 88 days. I mean, that's it. And it's done. That, so I mean, obviously they'll come out after that. But yeah, we have a contest going. Yeah, I mean, so I think we're like 4 people away from, or 3 people away from the contest, and it's so basically what it takes to get into the Lambo pool is the equivalent of 3 day one max miners. So whatever, 375,000 tokens. If you mine that from the same wallet, then you're entered into the contest, and it's like every 14 people the contest resets. So I think it's down there somewhere. I have it on my other Twitter if we want to bring it up and look at the details of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me bring it up on my other one if you, and I'll find it real quick and I'll share it if you want.
It's under your account on Twitter?
Yeah. I mean, I got it like right here, like right now. Like,
yeah, let's show it to you then.
Okay, yeah, that's it. So I mean, yeah, basically, I mean, you're in the Lambo pool for getting a slice of that pie, whatever that turns out to be from the mining, and it resets. So every 14 days, once these people, this is incentivized for mining to fill the staking pools, obviously, and fill the wrapped Bitcoin pool as well. That's why we did this. But so if you mine these tokens, you can do it from more than one wallet or whatever. I mean, you're going to whatever you want. So we have a randomizer. You don't have to show yourself. You don't have to make 10 comments on Twitter. We have a snapshot of the blockchain that we took. Then we're going to take the wallets and just run them through a randomizer, or I'll probably do them on stream, you know what I mean, or something like that, just to show that it's fair. And yeah, so that person, whoever they are, if they reach out to us like via DM and say, hey, I want $1,000 to wrap Bitcoin, or I want $1,000 to ETH, then that's what they're going to get. And that's so the contest right now, I think it's like $1,270 to really enter it. So it's not like some like little bullshit contest. It's got you got to put some skin in the game, but you also get in the freaking you're going to get a payout from the wrapped Bitcoin pool. First of all, you're going to have a share from that every 28 days. I mean, it pays out, because I don't know if you know how that works, or if I'm explaining it too fast, but every 28 days, there's only 2 left of the wrapped Bitcoin payouts. So if you mine the equivalent of just one max miner, which is 125,000 tokens, then you're in that pool. So you'll get a share rate of that pool. So if you mine more than that, your share rate will go up just like a staking pool would, but it's for miners. So by doing this contest, you're in the wrapped Bitcoin pool. You're going to get a wrapped Bitcoin payout. You're also qualified for the to potentially get the Lambo reward, which is kind of like the Bloom reward type thing at the very end on day 88, and you could win $1 grand. And it only every 14 people resets, so that's not a lot of people. I mean, we didn't get a lot of adoptions for reasons that we all know, but this is a really solid ass protocol, man. And it could explode. There's still time left. I mean, and there's a use case for this. So Rich is saying, he's saying it's so 5 miners at 84 power, 1,300 cost. He knows what it is. He's all over it.
Oh yeah, he's really active, man. I see him a lot of times.
He's in every single Titan X protocol there is, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
I would hope so.
Yeah. So he's like, I don't know how many times he's entered, but I'll pull this off, man. So get back so you can do your thing or whatever it was.
All righty.
But yeah, so that's the contest, and we'll snap. I guess I think there were like 3 or 4 people away from it being 14, and we set it up I think Sunday or something like that. So
cool, man. I don't see why nobody else I don't see why nobody wouldn't want to join in. I mean, it's fun.
Dude,
it's funny.
It's hard for me to get my socials out there. I'm not on the Blaze Twitter anymore. I don't care. I'll say that's the truth. I got kicked off my own Blaze Twitter account. I got kicked out of my own Blaze YouTube account, and so because I paired with ETH, and I'm just like, all right, guys, I guess it was a good run. So I'm just kind of doing what I'm going to do. And if I have to start like this and be chastised for doing what I think is good for the community and bringing in more ETH, that's what I've done since day one. So, but, in the video I made, people were pissed about that. And I'll talk about that for a second. It was just about, you need to be careful of pairing centralized tokens with decentralized tokens. It wasn't anything more than that. And you can do shit tons of research on that, and it'll tell you the exact same thing. And but I think everything's going to do good that we're in, because we have good builders in Titan X. I might not be in there because I don't go on. I love Plan A and them dudes, and I'm not going to go on there and cause some fucking stir. On the spaces and stuff like that. I don't want the negativity to come around that, dude. Like I did last time when things happened on there. So that's just I'm honest about it and transparent too, man. And like I said, you don't have to do this. This is just there. It's just code on the blockchain, right? I mean, that's all it is, man.
Exactly right. No, man, I still understand where you're coming from with all this either way. Whenever you want to come on through and do a live stream, just talk about meme coins, shit coins, XRP, whatever, let me know, man. We can get on it. I don't mind.
Yeah, dude. And we'll talk about what I'm going to do after this. I think I want to get into the bull run a little bit, to see where we're going. And I want to see what the U.S. regulation is, because that could benefit not just U.S., but everybody out there. Because those tokens are the ones that are going to go, through the roof, but you might see a lot of countries follow suit, because it's almost like a tariff versus a tariff, but using crypto, right? I mean, it's interesting. Love it or hate it, man. But yeah, so I think we need to evaluate the landscape before we drop. I mean, meme coins are fine, cool ass tokens, whatever, but advanced protocols that cost, $65,000 to $80,000 a bill of audits, just like sit back for a second and find a real good use case for what you're going to do with this token. So, I mean, it's layer 0. We can switch it around to SUI. I've already checked on all that, dude. I mean, we can go all over the place with this thing with Shaolin. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Looking forward to it, man.
I appreciate you having me on, and everything.
Course, yeah. Anything else you want to cover?
Let me just take a look. I had a little, I think we hit it, but just let me take a little run short here. So we got, Bum.
I appreciate you understanding, the whole time change and all that stuff for the live stream. I appreciate you understanding the change in time. Yeah,
dude, it's all good. You got the the life going on, you know?
Yes. The
Congrats.
real adult life.
Yeah, yeah. Where's the dog today?
She's over there with her mom.
Yeah. I got a Labradoodle too, man.
They're great dogs. Yeah, I had one
Yeah,
whenever I was younger.
yeah. Yeah, so it looks like that's about it, man. I just want to let people know the liquid supply is like 800,000 tokens, dude. It's insane. It's like nothing. That's why
Mhm.
we burned 33 million tokens in one day. I just said burn them, dude. You know?
Dang.
Yeah, and so that's like why this market cap to liquidity, it was like the liquidity was like a little over 100 grand like last week or something. But I mean, this is like a realistic, like a like a balance, like a real you can analyze it and look at it versus like having trillions of tokens in a $32 million market cap or whatever you want to say, you know. So yeah, but that's about it, dude. So man, thank you, bro, for having me on.
Yeah,
I've
of
been
course.
chastised, and you know, sneaking back in, but
Yeah,
whatever. It's all
it's
good,
all
bro.
good, and I appreciate all the people that were commenting on Mello, Rich, Tynex, Will, 10,000X. Yeah, I read all the comments and everything. Pretty sure Rain Man did too. I appreciate
Yeah,
the engagement. You know, we'll see you guys in the next live stream, which I'm pretty sure will be really soon.
yeah, yeah. Once we get closer to the end of this, and get some of these pools filled up with mining, because ETH is on sale, guys. Mine why ETH is on sale, because it ain't always going to be on sale.
Yeah,
That's
for
my
real.
opinion.
Rich, thank you so much for the $10 dono. Rain Man, get the Dune chart.
All right, dude. Yeah, if Crypto Audi's down for one more time, I brought it up. I don't know if you saw that, Rich, but let's see here. Here we go. There it
Yeah,
is.
there's nothing coming out.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a pretty thing right there. So and these are the max miners because you can only max mine for 100 days. So that's like day 101. So that's yeah, and staking is only a year. So you get, so it's not like you're locked in forever either. So let's say if it does take a while to produce another protocol that's worthy, right? I mean, what if it takes a year? Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll take less, but you can have your tokens back to do stuff with. That's what I would want. That's why I built this shit like this. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, there you go, Rich. There you go, buddy.
There you go.
All right. Cool, man.
They're saying not sharing screen. It popped up that we did.
Really? It went
Yeah,
up.
it was up there, wasn't it? It's all good.
Yeah, it was up there. Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
good.
I'm
We
pretty sure. I
showed
think
it.
it was on my screen and everything. Let me go back to the. Oh yeah, they're right. It didn't show up on the screen. What?
Let me can I drop it to you in our private chat?
Yeah, go
Like
ahead.
a JPEG of it or something? Let me
Yeah,
just take a screen. I'll take a screenshot of it and drop it in there.
send it on through.
I wonder if they saw any of the other stuff we were talking about.
That's a good question, but it was appearing on my screen as like the layout and everything.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Huh. Unless it's, of course, again, StreamYard acting dumb.
Yeah. Is this like the only platform, StreamYard, for
The
I was trying to
easiest
drop
one
it.
in my book. It's the easiest one to be able to do multiple at once.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I can't really drop it in the comments, man, or in the private chat even. I
You
don't know if
have it
there's
on. Do you have it? Oh, actually, I know what I'm gonna do.
I can post it. You want me to post it and like tag you real quick on
I have it over here.
all right. Okay, cool.
There we go. Bam. I'm gonna retweet it too.
Appreciate that. Yeah. Cool, man.
Hey.
Cool. Yes, I hope they Mellow Guga, did you guys see the rest of the stuff that we were showing with all the figures that Eden and slash Lotus have paid out? He says he still can't see it. What in the world? That's just weird, man.
Yeah, you still can't. Oh, then it has to be StreamYard. Definitely.
Huh.
Yeah, because I have the YouTube link pulled up of our stream, and it's literally just enter Shaolin. The background is only there. So yeah, it is StreamYard.
I wonder if they showed anything else.
Let's see. I'm going to pull up this page. See, you and I see it, right?
I see it. Yeah.
No freaking way. Wow.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. I'm gonna make a post and tag you real quick in the in this thing right here.
Okay.
If that's cool. Let me just drop this in. Because I think it's important that people know this, dude,
Yeah,
about
for
eating.
sure.
Yeah, I just tagged you in this post right here.
Okay.
I mean, because this was like people see the token price and they say, oh, it's just dead and blah blah blah. I'm like, guys, look at the money. This is like better than liquidity, than just token price. But that's it, So you guys need to look at it, and that's not even all of it. I mean, there's a few payouts missing on there. There's another 10 grand that went to a girl, that won the freaking yeah. So that's it. So that's on mine, and I'll post it again. It was just something I threw together real quick. It's not the most professional graphic in the world, but oh yeah, he said he saw the stuff at the beginning. Okay, well whatever. That's how it
Yeah.
is sometimes.
So crazy.
Yeah, man.
I wonder if I just exit out of that and then I do this. Now I'm sharing the one that you sent me. There we go. I had to unlink it and link it back. So now it shows up. Okay, so it was StreamYard that was acting dumb.
Okay.
Now whenever I get YouTube link and all that, now it pops up all this. Okay.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot of money, man, for a Titan-X protocol, I mean, holy shit, Lotus was probably the best protocol to ever launch, dude, from an organic standpoint before that happened. I was sad. Everybody else was too. Yeah. But it's all good. We made lemonade, so it's all right, man. Yeah.
Yep, definitely. There's still time to improve, to make things better, to create, to do all that stuff.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Tomorrow's
man.
a big day, man.
I know. Looking forward to
it. Bags. You better be ready with that finger on the trigger, dude.
Yo.
It's just gonna some things are gonna do some 2 and 3 X's, and if you got some big bags tomorrow,
I have to go check out some margin trade, some leverage trading, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
See what I can get.
Yeah. And the key is having it, like when Trump coin and Melania launched, nobody had shit on Solana hardly, because or they just didn't have a Solana. Well, I couldn't even bridge anything over. I was ready for Melania.
Yeah,
man,
me too. It was $80 to bridge over.
I couldn't even get anything there. I mean, nothing would work. The whole freaking chain, it was pathetic.
Yes.
Yeah, that pissed me off, dude. I would have done. I know somebody that made over $1 million on that trade on Melania.
Fuck. I made
I
made like 20K off of Trump. That was fucking nice. And the funniest thing ever too, because back in I have my own private group chat for stocks. I have 33 members. I taught them everything that I know. We do trades, option contract trading and all that stuff, right? I had turned on Donald Trump's tweets, like I think it was like the day of the inauguration or something like that, or I think it was like a few days before his inauguration, something like that. I had just turned them on because back whenever he was president, I would have them on and he would send out a tweet, talking shit about pharmacy stocks or shipping companies, well, whatever it was. I had alerts on and I'd be like, okay, this sector is going to get affected positive or negative. This stocks is going to get affected positive or negative. So I would know where to invest my money into and play accordingly. So I turned on his alerts on Twitter like a day or two, something like that, before he sent out that tweet. And I got so lucky and I was like, oh, I got to rush through here. I don't even know how I managed to get in. It's crazy.
I was shocked that they did that, man. Yeah, that was pretty bad. And then Melania, we were hoping Barron. Everybody's like, go follow Barron.
Everybody was getting ready for Barron, right?
Yeah. And you never know. They might do another one. Somebody said they might do. Yeah, but you know how that is. I mean, you read stuff, you don't know what the hell to think. But
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
gonna be an experience, dude. At that meet summit tomorrow, you got Bitcoin maxis to the core, mixed
Yep.
with XRP, mixed with
Oh my
Ethereum,
god.
mixed with Solana. I mean, this I would love to be a fly on that wall, dude, and listen to that. 'Cause, you know, Taylor doesn't think anything should be in there but Bitcoin and blah blah blah, you know, and
Yep.
that's fine, but he's wrong as it gets, dude, in my opinion. But yeah, this is huge for crypto tomorrow, and by the 9th, I think is some deadline, some law deadline, some real law about getting in your ISO application, and there's only like 5, like XRP, XLM, Algorand. I think HBAR might have it. I don't know. It's like a banking code. You know, it takes a long ass time to get this regulatory code for whatever, like replacing Swift or interacting. But yeah, so that's going to be March 9th. And so this is like all poised to just like really
Wow.
kick. Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited.
Mello said, "Wait, quick question. A quick opinion. Speaking of Trump, what do you think is going to happen with the tariff war?"
I think it's going to be.
I think it's just going to be back and forth. Oh, it's on. Oh, it's off. Oh, it's on. I see it more as like a market manipulating, like volatility aspect, because lately, ever since he started doing that, like stocks has just been up and then drop and then up and craziness.
Yeah, it's going to get bad before it gets better.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I'd
definitely.
probably hold through some of that. But I mean, we're getting just took by like some of these countries, dude, that are like,
Yeah.
I mean, and their residents are getting took too by them. I mean, in
Mhm.
Canada alone, it's like 150 G's for, you know, a freaking Kia, dude. You know what I mean? If you want one up there, I mean, they pay double, everywhere is double, you know, for our stuff. So I think it's cool to have it fair. I can see in some instances where, you know, maybe unlevel the field for third world, you know, and stuff like that. But major countries, I mean, why not have an even tariff? Why
Yeah,
not?
keep it odd. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So
You
shit's
gotta.
getting interesting. Yeah, that's all. And we all know that. And people will be dropping off your subscribers if we start talking about all
I
that
know.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I was like, all right, time to
yeah.
end it.
That's
All right,
cool.
man. Sounds good. Then
All
we'll
right, bro.
do another live stream, brother.
All right, dude. Hey, be easy. All right.
You too,
Take
man. Thank
care.
you so much.
All right,
Later,
guys.
guys.
Thanks for showing up in the chat. Peace.
Yep.
All right.